along with Mexico, along with Colombia, and along with many others, need to do a better job of helping Central American countries help themselves.
There was a massive effort this weekend to make sure that children under 5 were placed, and then we went to children under 12 to try to get as many of those children out of detention to a bed, to an appropriate level of care. But the children continue to come across the border.
We've got to address the root cause in this, and the root cause literally is we have got to stop incentivizing parents and other immigrants coming in this nation.
The buses have stopped rolling for the time being, but not the controversy at Flashpoint Central in Southern California. What has not stopped is the call from citizens for answers to the immigration crisis gripping America and the search for some real answers. Let's welcome to MidPoint from Murrieta, California, the executive director of We the People Rising, a grassroots, all-volunteer nationwide network seeking to influence what they term the institutions of public corruption. Robin Hvidston joins us on the phone today. Robin, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, hello. Hello, America, from Ground Zero, Murrieta, California.
Robin, tell us exactly where you are right now and what the scene has been today. Are there still people there? Are there protests? Give us an idea of what's happening.
Well, today it's a beautiful day in America. There are more than 100 of us here, all patriotic Americans, flying our flags, celebrating, because today was another day where illegal aliens from Texas were to have been driven via bus to this center. And it has been stated by Border Patrol officials and the police that those airlines, those chartered flights from Texas, will not be arriving today. Through the end of the week is the latest official notice. So it's very buoyant, it's very upbeat. I'm seeing people with signs, God bless America, flying flags. It's a wholesome, all-American picnic day in front of the Murrieta Border Patrol Station today.
Okay, Robin, I'm going to give you a couple of things here to answer us to, because there are a lot of things that we can discuss here that America wants to know, and there are critics and there are people talking about what you're doing. First of all, for all of those people who are there right now, and your group that's there, you have stopped the buses today, or there are no buses coming in today. How long can you keep this up, and how long do you think it will be before the government basically says, well, we'll stop busing there and we'll just bus them someplace else?
Well, that may be the stance, bus elsewhere. But for now, it will not be going forward in Murrieta. We have what are called watchdogs. That's a handful that have been around the clock posted in front of the Murrieta Border Patrol Station. They get the word out to us, and we'll get 200 patriots here quickly. So for now, we do not foresee buses arriving at Murrieta Border Patrol Station. That could change. We will be on alert for any change.
It is only one place, though, in America. What about the other places where there are refugees, illegal aliens that are being taken right now? Because sooner or later, Murrieta may become less important to the overall government effort, and they may just, as I stated, go someplace else and avoid you.
Here's our message to America. Follow our lead. Pay attention in your area. Contact your fellow Americans and stand up. Take your American flag. That's all you need. We hope to be a role model for the rest of the nation. When the American people stand up, we stop oppression. When the American people stand up, we're the most powerful political force in the history of the world. This is an all-points bulletin to every corner of America. Follow our lead in Murrieta. We can stop this, but you have to get off the couch. You have to get that American flag. You have to have the courage to stand up.
Robin, it is always wonderful to see patriots and Americans out there taking things into their own hands and basically trying to make something happen and trying to make a change here. But in essence, do you really think that you will make any change whatsoever by doing this? And I only say that because the protests have been here now for several days, for several weeks, and nothing really has changed. So what makes you think that you are going to be able to affect change by what you do and by what others do at other locations around the country along the border?
Excellent question. It's the age-old story, David and Goliath. We stood up here in Murrieta to the federal government, and as of today, we do have a victory. What we need is for all of America to stand up. This cannot fight the entire nation. There are a lot of patriots, there are a lot of fellow Americans out there that want to see this stopped. If you take action, go to your Congress member's office, find out the schedule of arrivals, go to those sites. In Michigan, a group just stood up this week and said no to plans. Lawrenceville, Virginia, they stopped a center in their town. America, we can do this. We can do this. We just need to stand up and take a stance. Get off the couch. That's
Okay.
the rally cry. Get
Okay.
off the couch.
We've heard that now. Now I'd like you to hear something else. This is Angelica Salas. She is the executive director for the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles. She said at a press conference yesterday that the children from Central America are being used as a means to attack President Obama's administration. Please listen to this sound.
We want to tell the Republicans that we are noticing how you are using our children at the border as a political football and responding to them with full cruelty. We know that you are at this moment using this issue as a means by which to attack the administration and to attack us.
What would be your answer then to her comments?
I agree. The border should be secured for the safety of these children. They should not be crossing that dangerous Mexican terrain.
But wait a minute now. Do you
camouflage
agree when
cartel.
she uses the phrase full cruelty and she talks about using the children to go against President Obama? Do you agree with that?
I believe the Obama administration is involved in that issue because they are encouraging the crossers to enter our country by the magnets that they're offering. We say secure the border, put the National Guard on our border, make it safe for both sides. It would be safer for those children not to cross.
Okay, but
Ours
again, I'd
is
like you to
also with
answer the
children.
question that she said and the comment that she said, where there are many who feel that people such as yourselves, groups that are there, are being cruel to the children, that you're using children to basically go against the president, and that you're scaring these kids, and they think that that is part of the issue here. How would you answer that?
Absolutely not. We are very compassionate and very concerned for the children. They should be reunited compassionately with their families in their home countries. We absolutely do not take that stance. That is Ms. Salas's stance in order to try to promote her agenda. Absolutely not. We have complete compassion for these children. We believe they should be reunited in their home countries where they are citizens with their families and their friends in their country.
All right, and what I think a lot of what she is talking about is a lot of the footage that we have seen from various places where there are people holding up placards in front of the buses. They say the kids are scared. They say when the kids go to these various facilities that they're scared by the protesters there. The protesters are screaming, "Go back home," and that's what they are calling the cruelty towards the children and the individuals that are coming across. How would you answer that?
I would answer the cruelty to children is that Obama and his government are sending them to what are basically detention camps. These children should be treated for any illness, treated very humanely and kindly, and then returned to the countries where they are citizens. I read today that it would cost 99% less money for our government to return them home than to process them and settle them in the United States. Our hearts go out to the children. We have compassion for them. We say, take care of them and return them to their home countries.
Then let's ask this with regard to what you're doing here. Are people listening and really paying attention? Rob and I will be very honest. There are people out there who will look at what you are doing and look at a number of these protests, and they will say, it's just a couple hundred people. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It will not change any minds in Washington.
Well, not only the protesting needs to go forward, but to change minds in Washington, the American people need to be contacting their representatives. We also take a lot of action, meeting with Congress members. Our groups nationwide call them. We need to also turn, what we are doing is using the Eric Cantor word as a verb. In other words, we're telling them, if you don't represent your constituents, you will be Eric Cantored. So the issue does lie in Washington, D.C. We need to have our elected officials represent the American people and take action. American children are suffering. American veterans are suffering. American workers are unemployed. And that needs to be the focus of Washington, D.C., not accommodating individuals in our country crossing illegally.
About 20 seconds left here. How long are you willing to stay there, you and your group? Days, weeks, months?
Absolutely. We will stay here as long as necessary. As I said, we have individuals that post 24 hours a day, and they can get the call out to us quickly. My car is packed up and ready to go at a moment's notice.
We will stay in touch, and we will see just how you're doing in Murrieta, California, and other places as well. Robin Hvidston, We the People Rising. We thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It is a divisive issue. It is an angry issue, and you still need to ask the questions and find out what is happening on both sides here, because this is not going to go away anytime soon. We'll take a break, come back on the other side here on the Newsmax TV network, where every day we question everything.